Well, listen, I don't care about the Kent Bazemore move. He'll be the 11th man. Ariza is fine. Ariza obviously adds some veteran experience, and he's had some really good playoff moments and some tough playoff moments. I think Dwight's important. But the one that I really love is Wayne Ellington. I have been trying to get Wayne Ellington on a LeBron James team for 6 consecutive off seasons, and it finally happened. And so the people were saying the Lakers need more shooting. Well, this is a guy that the last 4 years is about 40% on 7 3-point attempts per game. So that's how they're going to fill out their roster. You're hearing good things about Patty Mills and or Carmelo Anthony. And the other thing that happened yesterday is what didn't happen yesterday. And that's Dennis Schroeder didn't get signed. Well, stop. Brandon, tell me what's funny. Tell me what I'm missing here. I didn't think there was anything comical going on, but tell me.
I'm sorry.
I want to know.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just love how you're trying to keep it together right now. This is the oldest roster in NBA history, it feels like. You got 7 guys on guaranteed contracts. 6 of them are 32 years or older. And then you have 4 guys that's 35 years of age. This is not going to get it done. I love how you're being so optimistic, but Nick, this is not going to get it done.
Okay, so age is the concern. You're a Nets fan. The Nets youth is who? I'm just curious. If the age is the concern, who are the young ups? No, tell me. Tell me. Because if age is the concern,
we're not relying on 35 and 36-year-olds. That's not the point. You got the oldest roster in the NBA. It's not going to get it done, buddy.
Okay. Easy. I'm 36.
Katie's 33. Hold on. Let's be honest here. Katie's 33. Harden's 32. Blake is an old 32. Yeah. Kyrie's 29. So you have LeBron is the only guy older than that group. LeBron's 36. And then Anthony Davis, I think, is still pretty young. I'll check the birth certificate, but I think he's 28 years old. Russ is 32.
Yeah, 28.
So if the argument is that, the Bucks are younger and have more depth, that's accurate. But if the argument is the Lakers are too old, well, then the Nets are too old. You know who's really old, Wilds? The Warriors. They're old. You know who's old? The Heat. They're old. Well, yeah. I mean, we could check it. I would imagine the Nets have one of the oldest rosters in basketball. So I think veterans win playoff games. I think veterans win playoff series. So I'm fine with an older team, Wilds, personally. That's just me.
Buddy. Okay. Yeah, you're speaking my language. Showtime is back in Los Angeles. Now, granted, it's the 2 o'clock matinee that your grandparents go to. What? They're the same movies.
Still
$5 cheaper. But still, I am now the Lakers guy, Jenna. I'm the Lakers guy. Nick used to be the LeBron guy. But hey, you're playing basketball with a bunch of middle-aged guys drinking wine and talking about the value of naps. Hello, speaking old KW's language, you and me, Nick, are the LeBron guys. And look, Brandon, you might say they're too old. Why? Because LeBron's going to be 37 in December. Ariza's 36. Dwight's 35, going to be 36. Doesn't matter. We also have some breaking news, Nick. We have a re-signing too. Pep, if we can show the tweet here. Straight from Tokyo,
Magic Johnson.
We got news. Marc Gasol announces plans to return to the Lakers rather than retire. Boom, that's right. Let's keep it rolling, fellas. No need to retire. And Nick, I agree with you when we were talking about defense wins championships. Because remember Trevor Ariza when Trae Young tried to nutmeg him? Guess what? Old guys, we're not into that. You try to nutmeg me, guess what? You're going to get pushed out of bounds. So I love it. As a fellow old person, I'm here for it. I got Tom Brady, and I got the Lakers. You and me, buddy. 2 peas in a pod.
Okay, no.
I love it. Let's go.
That is, I just want, hold on. I understand that, I understand what you guys are saying, but I don't understand the point you're making. So is anyone on this panel arguing the Denver Nuggets are a championship favorite? Because they're young. Nicole is young. Jamal Murray's young. Michael Porter Jr.
No, we're just talking about the Lakers.
No, okay.
No, we're just talking about the Lakers, and because I'm a fan of the Nets, you can throw them in the conversation because you know I'm a fan of the Nets. So it's really about the Lakers and the Nets.
No,
we're talking about this,
right.
not about the Nuggets or anybody else.
But I'm just asking. No, I'm just asking who is the super young team. Like, when we're talking about the Lakers, we're talking about them competing for a championship. So who is the young team that is going to out-youth them? So that's the question. So, like, if the Lakers' age is a problem, it is a problem compared to whom? That's the question I have. Like, who is this young team that people love that is... Tell me.
But depending on this science experiment, how this pans out, you guys have the potential to compete to come out the West, 100%. No doubt about that. We got to see, how that big three gel together. What is AD going to do? Is AD going to continue to stay out there and think he's a two-guard and stand on the perimeter, or is he going to go really embrace the five? I know he said he was going to do that. Let's see if he really does that. LeBron James wants to bring the ball up. Russell Westbrook wants to bring the ball up. We saw this we saw this before in Houston, and it didn't work. So here's the problem, Nick, is what you just said, is competing for a championship. Do you guys have enough to beat the Nets? Do you guys have enough to beat the Bucks? And the answer right now is no. There's no way a healthy Nets team, there's no way you beat them. And there's no way you beat your team, your favorite, to win it next year, and that's the Bucks. And the best player, well, you deem the best player in the world right now, Giannis. I just don't see it happening.
So listen, I think right now they'd be underdogs against the Bucks. I agree with that, and I think that, by the way, the answer is the younger team that can win a title is Milwaukee. Giannis is younger than AD. Drew and Chris Middleton are in their very, very early 30s, and they have DiVincenzo, they have Connaughton, they've got a lot of youth there. They brought back Bobby Portis. That's the answer to me on that side of the bracket on the Eastern Conference, because the Heat got older by adding Kyle Lowry. The Nets are a bunch of old guys. And in the West, you would say, well, the Suns have youth, but it's all predicated on a 36-year-old Chris Paul who has been shown his signs of age far more often than LeBron has shown his. But I think that it is usually your concern with an older team is, are they going to get out in transition? Well, one that has Russell Westbrook as the point guard is going to. With an older team is, are they going to be able to switch on defense? Well, when you have Anthony Davis anchoring it, the answer to that is yes, you are. Like, I understand the on paper concern about age, but the best teams in basketball right now are old teams. The Nets are old, the Lakers are old, the Warriors are old, the Heat are old-ish, and then there's the Suns with a 36-year-old point guard, and then there's the Bucks, who have the best of everything right now. Yep. So I don't think the age is a concern. I am happy, though, Wayne Ellington, he's been my white whale, Jenna.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.